Hello, Genny, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. Alright, so we just witnessed the murder of Noi by this changeling.
Noi was a danger to all life, even in the Dominion. I could no longer sit back and watch as the Alliance failed to stop him, time and time again. And so, I have done what you could not. Now, we must destroy this vessel, so it can never be used again. Let us end this war, once and for all.
Do you think that will end the conflict?
She's got a point. Without Noi, without Anorex, the TLF will lack the power and leadership needed to fight the Alliance. The war will end. And who knows, maybe there'll be a chance at a lasting peace this time. Stranger things have happened.
True.
The situation could have been avoided. He was finished. You didn't need to execute him.
That's true, the fight was over.
Maybe we can still do this the right way.
Go on.
This is a time ship. We should be able to generate a localized temporal spike and send ourselves back to a point before this whole situation goes too far. Let's finish this without resulting to cold-blooded murder.
Agreed. We need to make things right here. Tampering with history was what started all of this. Let's destroy the Anorex and be done with it. Agreed, we need to make things right here. Alright. Trigger a temporal spike. Here we go.
No! I've come too far. This time I'll make sure you're never born. Even if I have to shoot you in the cradle.
Noi! Husband, please! You don't have to do this.
Noi, look out! She's a changeling!
Solids are irrational, fearful creatures. You cannot be trusted.
Well, that's unfortunate. Now we have to stop her. Alright, let's do that, okay. Oh no, she didn't interrupt me. Come here. There we go. One act of kindness.
You could have kept silent and let that thing execute me while wearing the face of my wife. But you didn't. If you're willing to save my life now, perhaps you're willing to work toward making things right for all who have been lost.
An admirable goal.
Indeed. Very well. It appears the time has come. I speak for my forces, and I surrender. The Battle of Procyon 5 is over, and with it, the temporal war. I'm trusting you to do the right thing here. Don't make me regret that decision.
I will. You made the right choice, Noi.
I believe that will be enough for this trial, my friends.
Alright.
Yarnik awaits our return. He will, no doubt, have things to discuss after observing your actions here.
Of that I have no doubt. Let's go.
Let's return.
Alright, back to Yarnum. Yarnik. Is it Yarnum? Excalibia. Yarnum is Bloodborne.
The Founder ended one life to save trillions, yet you undid her efforts to save a dangerous enemy. The Founder was killed. As a result, the Dominion falls to disarray, and the Herc invasion ravages 3 galactic quadrants before it is finally stopped.
I believe we did the right thing in the end.
To kill a man in cold blood, even an enemy, that comes with a terrible burden to bear for the executioner. Delivering Noi to justice was an admirable decision, one the Founder could have easily made herself. Doing so would have saved not only her life, but the lives of many others as well.
Your participation in the trial has been informative thus far, but we require more data to make our decision. Another scenario has been prepared. Enter the portal when you are ready to begin.
If you insist.
This way.
Alright. Blinded by the light.
This place isn't familiar. Either of you know where we are?
I don't recognize it either. Commander?
I know where we are, I just don't know when. Knowing that's gonna make all the difference here, believe me. Let's take a look at those consoles and see if there's any useful information in them.
Very well, let's figure this out quickly.
Science officer's log. ESOF 4 was a test site for Section 31's Project Daedalus. It appears to be abandoned. The planet's atmosphere is toxic to most life forms, but we were able to establish a safe work area and habitat.
So, this is the part right before they sealed the Red Angel.
We've set up a plasma reactor to power the phase discriminators will need to capture the Red Angel. If the plan works, that is. If it doesn't, this may be my final log entry. This is a recent entry, but the area is deserted. We need to know more.
Of course. One more console.
Science officer's log. Control found us. We fought valiantly, but Discovery wasn't a match for Control's Section 31 ships. What's left of her crashed, not far from here. Somehow, Saru and Tilly were able to transfer the sphere data to this location. But it's only a matter of time before Control figures that out and comes to collect its prize.
Of course.
I need to get the sphere data somewhere Control can't find it. To do that, I need the Red Angel. But the thing is, I can't trap the Red Angel without help. So I can only hope that someone from Discovery has survived, and they make it here before Control does. If Tilly was here, she'd be a font of optimism. But I know what that atmosphere can do. I don't think anyone else is going to make it. Logic suggests that I take steps to destroy the sphere data before it's too late. For now, I'm sticking with optimism. As Spock would say, there are always possibilities. Everything matches up to the point where Discovery crashes. That's where things change, and for the worse. Judging by the lack of survivors present, I think we have to finish what they started. If that's even possible.
Understood.
Do you have a question?
Tell us about Control.
Control is a sophisticated artificial intelligence created by Section 31. It was originally designed as a threat assessment program, but it evolved into something terrible. If it collects the sphere data, Control will pursue a path that ultimately leads to a complete loss of life in the galaxy. We cannot let that happen.
Tell us about this sphere data.
The sphere was a life form. It was extremely old and collected a vast amount of invaluable data over the course of its life. It passed that information on to the crew of Discovery before it died. Control did everything it could to acquire the data, particularly the data on artificial intelligence. It wants that data to achieve sentience. If that happens, it's all over. Control will be unstoppable.
Let's make sure that doesn't happen then. Alright.
We were so close to this. To failure. To death.
Yeah, but you're always that close.
We need to set up the phase discriminators at that console.
Okay.
Good. Now we need to prepare the stasis beams at that console.
Alright. Phase discriminators are discriminating.
So far, so good. We need to use that console to prime the EMP next.
Prime EMP.
Almost finished. Use that console to align the containment field.
Alright, here we go.
We've set up the trap. Now all it needs is the bait. Me. You'll need to go back to the previous room, close the door, and turn off the vents.
Expose you to a toxic atmosphere.
Yes. Assuming things go as they did before, the Red Angel will appear in time to save my life. When that happens, activate the trap.
Very well. Good luck, Commander. Alright, here we go.
I've done all I can with these ancient phase discriminators. We should have the power we need for this little stunt. But we're only getting one shot, so make it count. No pressure. Ready when you are, Commander.
Right. Do it.
Initiate sequence on my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Wait, abort! Do not engage. Picking up a massive surge of tachyon radiation.
Okay then.
She's here! Do it! Do it now!
Activate the phase discriminators. Activating EMP.
What are you doing?
We don't have time for this. Discovery is gone. We have to deal with it ourselves.
We have to stop Control now, or it all ends.
Okay then. Michael Burnham, meet Michael Burnham.
Now we have 2 Burnhams. This will be interesting.
7, where are you? You're here for the cutscenes, but then you vanish. For the fight.
I get the feeling you were expecting someone else in that suit, Commander.
Yes. My mother. She designed the suit with my father and used it to escape a Klingon attack. In doing so, she learned how Control ended all life in the future. After that, she used the suit to try and stop that from happening. Clearly, in this reality, that task has fallen to me.
How can we help?
Transfer the sphere data to my suit so I can take it into the future, where Control can never find it. We need to act fast. Control is on its way here now. This needs to happen before it arrives.
Understood. Let's get to work. Oh.
How?
2 dead people.
The sensor log said Discovery went down with all hands.
Struggle is pointless.
That's not good.
Members of Discovery's crew as shock troops.
Okay, now that we got everything up and running.
If I leave the field, I'll return to the future. You'll have to fight Control without me. Control can't be killed with regular weapons. You need to do something unconventional.
That's right.
Try to
Okay.
magnetize the floor. It'll disrupt it. Weaken it and lure it to me.
Okay, gotta weaken it first.
It'll take several shocks to finish it for good. It's weakened. Lead it to the platform.
Alright, you got it. Come here, you big puddle of muck. Can you come here, please?
I've got its attention. Quick! Magnetize the floor.
Okay then.
It worked. Do it again.
Okay, let's try this again. Alright, now you're back to your violent self. Alright, you must stop this.
It's weakened. Lead it to the platform.
Okay. Come here, you big gloopy glop.
Give it another blast. Magnetize the floor again.
You got it. I'm on it. Interact. Go, go, go.
Good. One more shock should finish it off.
Alright. Let's do this again. Why must you knock me back every single time? It is annoying. Ambush turrets.
It's weakened. Lead it to the platform.
Of course. Really? Come on. Let's get on here already.
Magnetize the floor. Finish it off.
You got it.
That's it. It's down.
No, it's not.
Control is using nanites to take over the future version of me. If that happens, it'll gain access to the sphere data.
What are our options?
I can try to inoculate future Burnham with my own nanites. This should prevent Control from accessing the sphere data through her, but it'll alter her biosignature. She won't be compatible with the suit if this works.
Commander Burnham?
Too risky. The suit could wind up trapped here. Given time, Control could find a way to access the sphere data. We need to think about destroying the data. Purge it from the suit before Control can access it.
I could do that, but losing that data, all of that knowledge gone forever. Consider this. The means of eliminating Control could be held within the sphere data as well. Deleting it could be a fatal mistake.
Alright, cameras control accessing the sphere data, delete it. Data's too valuable to lose, inoculate Michael. What's the right thing to do here? Let's save Michael.
Get ready. This is gonna sting. A lot.
Do it.
That's a little more than a damn sting.
Uh-oh.
Get it right. Resistance is futile.
Exactly. Here's the bad news. That seems like very bad news. Alright, let's see. Prime selective.
It worked. The sphere data is secure within the suit, and future Burnham is immune to control nanites. As I predicted, her biosignature has been altered enough to prevent her from using the suit. This Red Angel will fly no more.
Unfortunate, but the sphere data is secure. That's what matters most.
Unfortunately, we have a new problem. At the end, before it beamed out, I think what was left of control merged with some of my nanites.
Along with some of your genetic material.
Yeah, and now there's a Borg control hybrid version of me running loose somewhere. Whatever the Excalbians are doing here needs to stop now.
Agreed. We need to get through to them. This has gone too far.
Rest easy. The trial of Esau 4 has come to an end.
Alright. Moving on.
My apologies, friends. These events must have taken a heavy toll upon all of you. We should return to speak with Yarnik now. Let us leave this place.
I think we've seen enough of Esau 4. Let's go.
Come along, my friends.
He's an ensign security officer, apparently? Blinded. You are all blinded now. Alright, hello, Yarnik.
While we appreciate the pursuit of knowledge, we also realize that it can lead to catastrophe. Because of your decision to preserve the data, control continues to exist. The fate you work to prevent, the end of all life, will still come to pass.
In your trial, that simulation. Yes.
The future is a very mutable notion. It is entirely possible that the actions taken today forestall Control's march to supremacy. The data preserved could very well hold the key to its defeat, along with many wonders long lost to the ravage of time. In the end, a life was saved, along with priceless knowledge. Both very good things in my estimation.
Indeed.
My concerns regarding this trial. Yarnik isn't a very impartial judge, and he's clearly a prominent figure in Excalbian society. If his opinion of our actions continues downward, the situation could become volatile in a hurry. Still, it could be worse. We still have time to present our case here. Hopefully we will win some Excalbian hearts and minds in the process.
Indeed. Hey, look, we get Seven's dual rifles and the Delphic puddle. Creates a Delphic puddle near targeted foe for 15 seconds.
I have been informed that Yarnik and the others wish to privately discuss the results of the trials. You are free to return to your vessel, or remain here until the recess reaches its conclusion. Once that happens, you will be summoned to continue the trial. How would you like to proceed?
7, Commander Burnham, your thoughts?
As much as I'd like to see what a ship of this time period is like, I feel like we should stay here. We might have the opportunity to speak with Excalbians other than Yarnik and see what they think of all this.
True. Any insight on the trial or its possible results could be valuable.
I'm not as optimistic as Commander Burnham when it comes to the Excalbians. Returning to the ship has its benefits. I could use a drink. Several, actually. I leave the decision to you.
Let's take a break while they deliberate. Return to sector space. Alright, we're gonna end it here, Ganin. Thank you so much for joining me today, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out when you do that. As I always like to say at the end of these videos, hold on, wait for it.
Looks like the Excalbians are ready to resume the trials. As you know, our participation is required, whether we like it or not. Under the circumstances, keeping them waiting isn't wise. Until next time.
Don't get assassinated!